Welcome to another episode of English In, the English learning channel that is dedicated to taking you beyond the classroom and immersing you in the vivid tapestry of real English usage. At English In, we firmly believe that learning English with fun and natural is the key to building confidence and acquiring language skills faster. So without further ado, let's dive into English and
Learn phrasal verb.
all right.
Phrasal verb.
Jess, I'm
Alright.
joined here in the virtual studio with the one, the only Fatma. How is it going, Fatma, this week?
Pretty good. How about you?
Super fantastic, as always.
Okay. Alright. By the way, talking about phrasal verb, is it really important to learn phrasal verb?
I think so. You can actually spice up your conversation with
Oh.
somebody using phrasal verb in daily conversation, in more natural and colloquial conversation. Because instead of using another, word instead of phrasal verb, yeah, using phrasal verb sometimes sounds more natural, more common.
I
And
see.
a lot of native English speakers, I think, use phrasal verbs. But
Phrasal
anyway,
verb.
Fatma, can you define us before getting into deeper what phrasal verb is? So what is phrasal verb?
Phrasal
Yeah,
verb. Phrasal
yeah.
verb is a phrase containing a verb combined with the other element of language, like a preposition or adverb. Just like you mentioned before, spice it up, to spice up, right?
Oh yeah.
So the
Did I say that?
spice is yeah.
Oh,
So phrasal verb to spice up your conversation. So
yeah.
spice
Oh
is
yeah.
the verb and up is the preposition, and sometimes it creates new meaning compared
Oh yeah.
to its base or to its root. The root is spice, right? So when it is combined with spice up, it's more what's that? More spicy.
More spicy. You have more options,
Okay.
guys. So you can
All
spice
right.
up
Yeah.
your conversation with using phrasal verbs, and it often goes together with preposition or adverb. Yeah.
Okay. And
And
Jess, would you like to let us know how to increase our what's that? If we want to learn more about phrasal verb, how or what is the easiest way to learn about a phrasal verb?
because oftentimes phrasal verb is often found in conversations. So when you listen to somebody, for example, in a
Okay.
conversation, and then you find the verb combined together with a preposition or adverb, so this should be a phrasal verb. And in
Oh,
this
okay.
context, phrasal verb may have a different meaning. It depends on the context. So, guys, as a caveat for everybody, uh, phrasal verb may have different meaning. It depends on the context. So understanding verb with preposition, which is phrasal verb, is crucial in this case. It depends on
Okay.
in the context. And today we're going to go deeper into those phrases, I think. What do you say, Fatma?
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh, wait.
Mm-mm.
Go on is also for phrasal verb.
Yeah, that's perfect
Is there
example of using the
yeah?
word
Is
go.
there any tool to learn or to help the learners to learn about phrasal verb?
Yeah, I think this Aurus can help you figure that. And also dictionary, I think, will help you
Yep.
figure out with phrasal verb, the common one.
Okay. Okay. The hard one and what's that? The hard dictionary as well as the what's that? Application dictionary. We can
Yeah,
use them. Yep.
yeah.
Or
Simple example, for example, if you look at the dictionary, like the word
yep.
enter, and that it's equivalent to go in, right?
Oh yeah.
So the go in
Okay.
is the phrasal verb. Enter, it sounds more
Enter.
formal, but go in sounds very natural.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay. All
yeah,
right. So let's go. Today we are going to learn about phrasal verb, especially dealing with go. Why go? Because this is the most common one. Am I
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay.
Fatma and I
Go.
are going to take turns. We have already list phrasal
Several words.
verbs, phrasal verbs that you guys can use out there. Because for some people, for some learners, might be phrasal verb can be a nightmare, Fatma.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. For me, when I don't understand, I really don't understand the term. Of course, it's going to be nightmare for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it
All
can
right.
be,
Okay.
yeah, it can be a nightmare. Okay.
So let's start from the common one and the easiest
Okay.
one.
All
Go.
right.
Let's go.
Let's
Okay.
go.
So what would you like to offer us dealing with a go phrasal verb?
Okay. So the first phrasal verb with go I have here for you guys, for us, is go ahead.
Go ahead
So
means
yeah, the meaning is to proceed or to start. So
okay.
this go ahead, I think it's pretty much common, and the easiest one, I think. For example, you can say like, you can go ahead and start the presentation. That means that you can proceed, you can start your presentation right
Alright.
away. So, or you have another meaning, or you have another example anyway.
My example,
Mm,
if you
mm,
want to
mm,
start to invest, I think
mm, mm,
2023 is
mm.
good time to go ahead.
Whoa, that's perfect.
Okay.
It's
So
time to go
instead
ahead.
using now, from now on, instead of using start, you can
Yeah,
use go ahead. All
yeah.
right. Another example of phrasal
Mm-mm.
verb is that go along with. All right.
Go along with. What
Yep.
does it mean?
Go along with means to support, agree
Mm-mm.
with someone opinion, with someone action, and so on. Okay. For
For
example,
example, mm-mm.
I go along with you, Jess, to make this huge platform. What about your
Thank you.
example?
Uh, it might mean also, what is it? Yeah, it's to agree, right? For example, if somebody suggested me that I need to do something, then I can say, I go along with your suggestion. That's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
I go
So
along with your
to
opinion.
yeah, to go along with means to agree, to agree with somebody's opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next,
Next, what do we have?
do we have go back on? What is
Go
it?
back on. All right. So go back on. What does it mean, Fatma?
Go back on means you break your promise. This usually boys go back on their commitment. Can you give us the example?
Yeah, you can say like uh he can't go back on his commitment now. Because you address man and then I say man or he can't
Okay.
go back on his commitment. So go back on in
Okay.
this case to break a promise or
Okay.
change a decision.
Change decision. All
Uh,
right. Talking
yeah,
about
for
change decision, I have
yeah.
another example.
What is it like?
My example is the Indonesian government seem to
Mm.
go back on their decision dealing with zonasi program.
Oh, yeah, perfect. During the pandemic, you have that zonasi. Is
Yeah.
that the pandemic stuff or school education stuff? You mean
Uh,
zonasi in this case?
zonasi here, what's that? School.
Oh, school. Yeah,
Yeah.
school.
I heard that government try to reconsider this policy again.
Yeah. So which means in phrasal verb, using phrasal verb, you may use to go back on. Yeah. For
Okay.
example, if I initially think about going to the beach because it's raining, and then I might say I'm going back to
On.
my earlier decision because it's raining, for example. And then we can't go to the beach, and then instead of going to the beach, I go back on previous plan, which is going to the mountain or somewhere
Okay.
else.
Okay. Or
And then
just
you
stay
might
at
answer
home.
or stay at home, and then you might answer, okay, I go along with you.
Oh, yeah. I think I will go along with you to the beach.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have
Okay.
any other example?
Go back on.
Go back on.
For example, if you have to like options, uh, plan A or plan B, I think it's quite similar to the previous one. So go back on. I go back on option A, for example, which means that instead of something happen with option B, and then you kind of change the decision.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next phrasal verb. Go
Yeah.
by. What is
Next,
it?
to go by, I think it's to pass or elapse. Yeah. As the time goes by, or as the time went by. I think you often say that in previous videos, and I love
Yeah.
you. Yeah, you using that, using go
Okay.
by. As the time goes by, I eventually made my dream come true, something like that.
Okay.
What about
As
you? Do
the
you have any sentence with that?
as the time goes by, you will increase your English. I hope so. All
Yeah.
right. Or maybe things will get easier when time goes by.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Or time tends to go by quickly when you're having fun.
Yeah, exactly. And time takes so long when we had a lot of things to do, but it goes by easily when we have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why.
Okay, another one. What do you have, Fatma?
We
With
have
go,
go for
go for.
mean
What does it mean to go
means
for?
to choose or to pursue.
To pursue.
Yep, just like when you want something, you
Hmm.
have to go for it. Dream big and go for it.
Go for
Okay.
it.
What about your example?
For example, if you go to restaurant and then you have some, what is it? Vegetables there, vegetables or food, and then I go for vegetables. I go for this food. I go for
Oh,
this
I see.
drink.
All
So
right.
what do you want to go for? You can say that. Okay, I go
Okay.
for this drink.
All right. So instead
Yeah,
of using choose, what do you want to choose? We can use what's
go
that?
for.
I go for as
Yeah,
an
go for
alternative. All
as an
right.
alternative.
Nice, nice.
I go for.
Do you go for vegetable or meat? Yes.
I go for vegetables
Oh,
recently.
you are
I went
vegetarian.
for meat long time ago,
Okay. And now
but
you go
now
for
I've been going for vegetables.
all right for
What about you?
more
What do you go for?
both I guess. I
You go
eat
for everything.
everything. Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, next. Go off. Go
Go
off. What is
off.
go off?
Yeah, go off means in this case is to explode
To explode?
or for alarms to explode or for
Okay.
alarm it's to start ringing. For example, in the morning at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. my alarm goes off, which means my alarm starts ringing every morning at 6. So to go off means to, in this case, in alarm, it's to ring, start ringing, or even to explode.
Okay.
For example, if you watch some movies and then uh, the hero, for example, and then handling the bomb, and then you can say disarm the bomb because it's going to go off very soon.
Oh,
So
okay. Talking about bomb, let me give you my example.
what is
Right.
it like?
I cannot imagine life in Palestine today as the
Yeah,
bomb goes off every day.
goes off every day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My
So
deep condolence.
to goes off. But there's one more meaning actually with go off.
What is that?
I
Okay.
found, Fatma. So it's dealing with expiration dates. Like for example,
Oh,
if you have
oh yeah.
in your fridge, for example, if you have milk,
We have
and
milk.
then yeah, you store it in your fridge, and
Yep, yep.
then it's already expired. You can say, "Oh, it smells so bad. My milk's gone
Uh-huh.
off." Means
Okay,
my
yes,
milk
yes. I
it's
get it.
gone off.
I get it. Okay. So it's only what's that? It's only used for liquid or any other kind of food.
Any other kind of food, yeah, expiration
Okay.
date, when the food
Okay.
gets expired sometime, oh, this food it's gone off. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the new knowledge. Okay.
Do you have
Next.
another example? Do we have another example
And
before we
the
go
other
on?
example. Oh, go
Maybe
off.
with
The
go off.
ambulance siren go off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Serene. Yeah.
And you have to what's that? Move aside.
Yeah. Move aside. Yeah. And it keeps. What is it? What's the perfect? For another perfect phrasal verb for that case, for ambulance, for example, blaring out.
Oh, blaring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blaring
blaring
out
just
means
like.
to start ringing all the time in your head. Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
it keeps, for example, every day you
Blaring.
listen to that, and then it keeps blaring out. But keeps blaring out is not on the list, guys.
Okay.
What we have
Let's
in
skip
with go.
it. Okay. Next, go out. I think
With
Z generation love to use this phrasal verb. Go out. Do you
go
always
out.
go out every Saturday night with your loved one, Jess?
Not always, but
Okay.
oftentimes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
oftentimes we go out for dinner, for
Okay.
for trivial things that we can do together. So
All
going
right.
off, what does it mean to go out?
To go out means
Mm.
what's it? You go out of your house to do something, and especially for what's that? For something which make you happy. Am
Yeah,
I right?
exactly. Exactly. So to leave one's home,
Yep.
especially for special activities, you go out,
Yes. Special
yeah, for
event.
something. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
And then we have go
Oh, not yet.
on.
Go on. Oh, go on.
What
Go
does it mean to
on.
go on?
Go on. I remember the song.
What is
Titanic
it?
song.
Oh yeah, that's the famous one.
Yep. Yeah.
My
Means
heart
to
will go
continue.
on.
Yeah, that's it. Means to continue. Okay.
Yeah. So my heart will go on means my heart will keep beating, right? Is that
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
beating to the loved one. Go on.
Okay.
But it may also mean figuratively to ask somebody to continue doing something. For example, just go on
Okay.
doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or even we have like go on and on. You haven't
Okay.
hear
Yeah.
that, Fatma?
On and
Yeah,
on means keep going.
yeah. Keep going. Um, in another song, it's Avenged Sevenfold, if I'm not mistaken. It goes on and on and on, something like that.
Oh,
What a bad
okay.
voice! What a terrible
Seems that you
voice.
are singer, not violin player.
Yeah. What is it? To go and on and on. But it may also mean when you keep talking about something. For example,
Okay.
if you have very active daughters or son, children, right? And they keep begging you doing this, mom, will you please give me more time? I want this, I want that, I want this.
Okay.
So we can say, my daughter is going on and on. Going on and
Okay.
on
Yeah.
means that he complains a lot. She
Mm-hmm.
wants this, she wants that.
Okay. Okay.
She was going on and on.
On and on. All right. Next. Go over.
Go over. What does it mean to go over anyway?
Go over. What's that? To recheck again? To
Yeah,
examine again? So
yeah.
before you execute
Review.
something, you
Mm-mm,
review. For
mm-mm,
example, you review your plan.
mm-mm,
I sometimes,
mm-mm.
what's that? Go over my plans before I execute them.
Wow, that's perfect.
What about your example?
For example, I'll go over the details. I'll go over the details. Over. I'll go over the projects before we decide it. So, which means that we review, we make sure we examine, we check it, whether it's what is it relevant to our needs or not. So to go over
Okay.
means to review or
All
to
right.
examine. I'll go over your project.
Okay. So yes, don't
Yeah,
forget to go over our video before you post it. Okay.
exactly. That's what I've been doing. I'm going over all of the videos before we published it.
All right. Okay. Next. Go
What do you have
through.
next? To go through.
To go through.
Go through means to experience something like,
To experience. Yeah.
for example, I think the Gen Z might say, I went through difficult times this month because my mom didn't send me money, my parents didn't send me money. For example, you
Okay.
might say that for the Gen
Okay.
Z, right? For the Gen Z.
Yeah,
What do you have?
sometimes this happen most of the time. Sometimes we need to go through bad things before we get what we want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which means that to
So keep going
experience.
on. Okay. Keep going on before you get what you want. All right.
Exactly, exactly, to
Next.
go through. All right,
Go
and then
through.
what do you have next?
We have
To
go up.
to go up, yeah,
Go up
means
means to increase.
to increase. It's figurative meaning, I think, but it may also mean to go up means to level up. Means I go
To
upstairs
elevate.
to elevate.
Yep.
To elevate. But you may also say that in another context, like
Okay.
the prices of goods tend to go up during the holiday season. So yeah, what do you
Talking
have? Mm-mm.
talking about price, I
Uh,
think women in East Java have been
mm-mm.
complaining recently because the price of chili go up.
Go up sharply.
Yeah, sharply.
Sharply.
And this make them mad. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
eat spicy food?
Not really, but I
Not
eat.
really. So
Yeah,
it's not big deal for your family when the price
yeah.
of chili goes up.
Goes up. We have the
All
opposite
right.
one for goes up, like
Go
go
down.
down.
Okay.
To
What
go
is it?
down. To go down, it means the opposite meaning of goes up. So
Mm-hmm.
the price is now is going down,
Go
which
down.
means
Okay.
that the price is getting declining, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going down. Yeah, it's going down. But there's also going down, which means that going down in history. Have you ever heard that
No.
phrase, going
No.
down? So go
Going
down in
down the
history
history.
means it's like recorded in history.
Trace
Yeah.
back.
Uh, uh, recorded in history. For
Oh,
example,
I see. Okay.
2019
Mm-hmm.
uh, went down in history
Okay.
as
Because
the year of pandemic.
yep, yep.
For
Okay. So
example,
this is recorded in a history.
recorded in history. For example, you may also say Lionel Messi has been awarded as the best player in the world
Mm-hmm.
by being awarded as the best player for
Mm-hmm.
the eighth Ballon d'Or. So his what is it? 2024 went down in history for Lionel
Mm-hmm.
Messi as one of the best
All
football
right.
player
So
in the world.
the same as go up, go down also has a literal meaning. Means you go down the
Oh
stairs.
yeah, you go
Yeah.
down the street.
Okay, you go down the street. So go down has
Ag-
a lot of meaning, right? You can use it in multiple what's that situation and context.
Yeah, as I said before, as a caveat for everybody. So understanding phrasal verb depends on
Mm-hmm.
the context. Or even go
Okay.
down may also mean something like when I watch a movie, you
Okay.
go down means you don't have power anymore. Just leave your kingdom and
Okay.
leave them
Okay.
behind because you're now going down, which means that
Oh, I
I already took
see.
over your kingdom. You now
Okay.
go down, which means that
Mm-hmm.
leave them, leave all your appliances,
Kingdom.
your your kingdom and everything. Now I took over
Okay.
your kingdom, something like that. I what?
So sad. All
So
right.
that
Next, go with.
go with. That's
Yes,
really
go
unique.
with.
What does it mean to go with?
Match.
To match
Yep, to match. Like my
or
example, I think
mm-mm,
black always go with other. Sorry, I think
mm-mm,
black will always
mm-mm.
go with any other color when they are combined.
Yes, exactly. So when something match or you complement something, it's to go with.
Hmm.
So instead of you using the word fitting, for example,
Hmm.
asking you,
Oh yeah, fit.
does that color fit me? You can say, does that color go with me? Well,
Hmm.
that color goes with you perfectly.
Okay. Yes, can we use
Yeah.
the word go with
Mm-mm.
when we see lovebirds? I mean, a cute couple. I think, can we use this phrasal verb like, I think you are go with your partner? Can we use that?
Uh, go with go in what sense? For example,
I
because
mean, this couple are, they
Mm-mm.
are, what's that? Match? Not really.
Oh yeah,
Two couple,
they're
two lovebirds, two
oh
lovers.
two lovers.
Can we
They're
use
going with
this?
each other. Sometimes it's followed by each
Oh, okay.
other.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they're
see.
going with each
So we
other.
can use go with, but
Yeah,
we put each other.
each other.
Nice.
They're going with each other, which means that they're fitting, they're matching, they're completing each other.
Okay. All right. So when I see you with your loved one, I can say that you are going with
Yeah,
each other.
you're going with each other. You're going with
Okay.
each other. Maybe you're perfect couple. Couple is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I
Yeah.
want to say. Match. I think match is football match or my stuff match with my blouse. Okay.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
you dress very well. You dress perfectly. Everything
Mm-hmm.
goes with
Go
you
with.
this
All
morning.
right. Thank you. That's for that compliment. All right. So, what can we wrap up for today?
Yeah, understanding phrasal verb is really crucial. As I said
Mm-hmm.
before, it may spice up your vocabulary in everyday conversation, and it
Mm-hmm.
may sound more natural in English. For
Mm-hmm.
some learners, might be it's a what is it? A nightmare. But
Mm-hmm.
as you start using phrasal verbs, uh, if you talk to native English speakers, they will notice you. Oh, you're not a beginner anymore.
Okay.
You're somewhat advanced, something like that.
You speak more
Or
natural.
yeah. And what about you, Fatma? Do you have any other good piece of advice before we end with?
Well, I guess this is important to learn phrasal verb because not all these words that, as we mentioned in the previous episode, that not all the word is transferable, right? So
Exactly.
phrasal verb will help you to make an alternative in speaking, in communication, both in written or spoken manner.
Yes.
All
In
right.
case you guys didn't watch the previous videos, just go to our channel. Make sure to watch our previous videos in how to expand our vocabulary.
All right, and today we have learned about phrasal verb dealing with go, and we would like to hear from you your sentences. How would you like to use phrasal verb, especially dealing with go? Maybe you have any other phrasal verb dealing with go. Our what's that? What we have discussed here is of course limited. We would like to hear more and more from you.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Fatma, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Okay. As we wrap up today's, guys, this episode, we hope that you have enjoyed our journey with us. And before we go, just leave, as always, leave us your thoughts and comments below.
Use
We'd
the
love,
phrasal verb go.
yes, with phrasal verb go. We'd love to hear from you and may give you, or may even give you a shout out in our next episode. Thank you
All
for
right.
joining.
Thank you
One,
for watching.
two, three.
Hey,
Yeehaw. Bye.
bye.